Good morning, Neil Hansen here. Wanted to talk a little bit about setting goals today for Motivation Monday or Mindset Monday. And I think it's pretty clear, as I've alluded to before, that most people, when they come into my studio, know exactly what they don't want. They're in a problem state or they're in a victim state. And I always ask them what they want to take away from our time together. What can I do for them? What's the outcome they would like from me? And 95% of the time, they would say that they want to get rid of this thing or that thing. They want to get rid of pain. They want to stop, hurting. They want to lose weight. They want to get rid of their gut. They want to get in better shape. All those things are usually an indication that they're focused on the very problem, which, again, is a great place to start. It's the victim state. They're in a problem state. They have emotion around it. So if they have strong emotion around that, it's sometimes really hard to see what it is they actually do want. So they have to have an idea that they want something else. There's 2 points of relativity for every subject. You have to know what you don't. In order to know what you don't want, you have to assume that the other side does exist. So one way that we know the other side exists is by seeing it around us. So somebody else must have what it is that you want, ideally. So one way of setting goals is to do something called modeling. So what you would do is you would pick somebody that you notice that has the things that you think you want for yourself. In this case, your body. So who has the physique that now has to be attainable? Can't be like they're 4 inches taller than you and completely different body makeup. But who has a similar body that you could potentially have? And I want you to look at 3 different areas. So what you're going to do is you're going to try to invoke what it is that they have, and those are things that you can start doing right away, or even learn how to attain yourself. Maybe that's where your work is. The first one is, what do you see? How do they carry themselves? What is their what's their behavior? What's their posture? How do they breathe? What's the expression on their face? Maybe even what are the actions they do on a day-to-day basis, what are their behaviors like. And next, I want you to look at their emotional state. How do they feel? On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being love, freedom, joy, empowerment, and 0 being despair, fear, powerlessness. And let's say 6 is kind of neutral. That's where content is. I want you to think about where that person is in 2 ways. One, in general, how do they carry themselves? What is their average state? And then where's their state with their body? And then I want you to compare both the first of those 2 with your posture, your behavior, and where you are emotionally. If they're at an 8 and you say on average you're at a 4, or maybe you think on average you're a 7, you're close, but when it comes to your body you're a 3 and they're an 8. You have some work to get there. And one way to change both the way that you behave and the way that you see yourself and feel yourself is to start changing the language up here. So that's the third thing. I want you to imagine what it is that they think. So what are the beliefs and values that this person possesses when it comes to their body first and foremost? And then I want you to think about who they're being in the world. Who do you think they consider themselves to be? Are they healthy? Are they happy? And look for the things that you find similar in yourself. Where can you start to take on some of those same exact ideas and thoughts? And maybe it's things that you've actually heard out of their mouth. So now you can at least see the gap between a place that you want to go and where you are now. And you have some things that you can work on to kind of help you move yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically into that state. Because ultimately your physical body is a state which is a reflection of your internal state. So how do you manage that state? So by looking at somebody else's external state and saying, well, how do they carry themselves? How do they feel? And what do they think? It gives you an indication of their internal state that helps them project the outward state. So hope that helps you in getting the body that you want and deserve. And thanks for watching.